Hi, ParatonWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday morning, August 31st. We have a lot to talk about this morning. A major rain and flooding event is coming to the Mid-Atlantic region from tomorrow morning into early Thursday, all as a result of the remnants of Ida. Ida has now been downgraded to a tropical depression, but it will interact with a stalled out frontal boundary zone on Wednesday, as well as a strong upper level jet streak, and that will tend to reinvigorate its precipitation shield. I expect the precipitation shield to actually expand and kind of intensify on Wednesday and Wednesday night as the system moves from the Tennessee Valley into the Mid-Atlantic region. In fact, there's a decent chance that the central pressure of this tropical system will actually deepen during the day on Wednesday into Wednesday night, all leading to this major rain event for the Mid-Atlantic region. This is the latest satellite imagery loop from NOAA's NESDIS site. It's kind of a combination of infrared and visible, and you can certainly see the circulation center still moving slowly, only to the northeast about 9 miles per hour. Lots of feeder bands of moisture coming in across the Gulf states here with some thunderstorms associated with this, kind of wrapping in around the eastern side. Again, a pretty healthy looking system, and it actually will tend to get reinvigorated, rejuvenated, strengthened a little bit on Wednesday and Wednesday night as it moves up into the Mid-Atlantic region. Well, let's take a look at the latest radar loop. This is from WSI's Intellicast.com, and here is the kind of a circulation pattern associated with the radar echoes as well. The system located now the southern part of the Tennessee Valley, moving to the northeast at around 9 miles per hour. Maximum winds right now about 30 miles per hour, maximum sustained winds. Again, tropical depression status. It may not look all that impressive as to what you might have expected this morning on the radar. However, again, I think tomorrow it intensifies once it moves into the region with the Mid-Atlantic region with a stalled out frontal boundary zone, and a strong upper level jet over the northeast U.S. will add some upward motion, kind of feed some fuel to the fire here, and all leading to a major rain and a likely flooding event in much of the Mid-Atlantic region. We're talking about likelihood of maybe 2 to 4 inches of rain in the I-95 corridor region from D.C. to Philadelphia to New York City. Isolated 6-inch amounts of rainfall possible by early Thursday, especially to the northwest side of I-95. And we'll get into the details on that in a moment or two. Well, here's a forecast map of total precipitation amounts by NOAA for the next 3 days, ending early Friday morning. In general, I agree with this idea. Again, the D.C., Philadelphia, New York City corridor, right in this region, right here, perhaps a 2 to 4 inch type of rainfall, even higher amounts just to the northwest of I-95. Now, while the heaviest rain may actually take place to the north and west of I-95, best chance for severe weather, including isolated tornadoes, will take place to the south and east of I-95. Places like southern New Jersey, Delmarva Peninsula, eastern part of Maryland and Virginia. Again, the greatest chance for severe thunderstorm activity to the south and east of I-95, and the greatest potential for those isolated 6-inch amounts of rain to the north and west of I-95. Well, let's take a look at the latest official positioning of the tropical systems in the Atlantic Basin by NOAA's National Hurricane Center. By the way, the Pacific Ocean is unusually quiet, not any activity at all in both the eastern and the central Pacific. It's well below normal for this time of the year. In fact, on a global basis, the accumulated cyclone energy is actually below normal thanks to a very quiet season so far in the Pacific Ocean. It's above normal, certainly an active year in the Atlantic Basin. Right now we have tropical depression Ida. Again, will turn to the north and east, basically go over this kind of a path here over the next 24 to 48 hours or so, and a major rain event, flooding event coming to the Mid-Atlantic region. Kate likely to become a hurricane, but probably also likely to stay out over the central part of the Atlantic Ocean, so not a concern, at least not an immediate concern. Yet another wave out across the far eastern Atlantic just came off the west coast of Africa. And the Atlantic Basin tropical season tends to reach a peak right around the middle part of September, so this is certainly holding the climatology here with an increase in activity during the month of August and generally a peak by the middle part of September, just about the same time, coincidentally, that sea surface temperatures tend to reach their peak in the southwestern Atlantic and the Gulf of Mexico. Well, let's take a look at last night's European model run. I think it has a pretty good handle on the situation. This is the 0Z European model run. These maps available at WSI Incorporated. This is the forecast map for this morning here with the center of the tropical depression located still in the southern part of the Tennessee Valley. Now let's just move forward here. And a couple things I want to point out. This is a 6-hour forecast for later this afternoon. And by the way, notice at this time the central pressure of the system up to 1,004 millibars. Now keep an eye. Remember earlier I talked about the reinvigoration of Ida on Wednesday and Wednesday night. This central pressure actually drops a little bit during the latter part of tomorrow into tomorrow night, and again that rain shield will actually broaden and intensify in the Mid-Atlantic region. Let's now move forward here. Heavy rain for the Tennessee Valley throughout the day today into tonight. They certainly don't need the rain there. They had some flooding rains there just a week or two ago. Let's move forward here. Now here we go into the late night hours. Kind of a band, kind of an initial band, may push to the north and west of I-95 in the Mid-Atlantic region late tonight, early tomorrow. Almost like two separate parts to this storm. One late tonight, tomorrow morning, with precipitation generally confined to the north and west of I-95. And then it fills into the entire area of the Mid-Atlantic during the afternoon and evening hours on Wednesday. And here we go. Here's that band up with almost like a warm front type pattern here by tomorrow morning with some precipitation mostly to the north and west of I-95. And again, 1,004 millibar central pressure as of tomorrow morning associated with the remnants of Ida. Let's move ahead here. And here we go. This is when the activity really starts to get going in the Mid-Atlantic region with some heavy rainfall, intensifying precipitation shield. And by the time we get to tomorrow evening, this is Wednesday evening forecast map, again from the 0Z Euro model run, some tremendous rainfall amounts in this 6-hour period, all the way from central Virginia up to central Pennsylvania, and still 1,004 millibar central pressure here. Watch what happens. Here we go at this particular time. This is about 1 or 2 a.m. early Thursday, after midnight tomorrow night into early Thursday. There is an isobar right here. It has deepened down to 1,000 millibars. Again, that's due to the interaction with a strong upper level jet streak in the northeast U.S. that will enhance upward motion over the Mid-Atlantic region late tomorrow night, and it will actually help to intensify this system over the Mid-Atlantic region. Just some tremendous rainfall depicted here by the European model. Again, those highest amounts, maybe isolated 6-inch amounts, most likely just to the north and west of I-95. Best chance for severe weather just to the south and east of I-95. And it always is the case with a north or northeastward moving tropical system. When it gets into the mid-latitudes, can be isolated tornadoes to the east of the storm track. And in this case, that places the highest chance for severe weather, even isolated tornadoes. Places like eastern Virginia, eastern Maryland, Delmarva Peninsula, southern New Jersey, maybe central New Jersey, especially near the coast. And this is the forecast map for late tomorrow night, and finally we go into early Thursday morning. Very strong system here right along the Mid-Atlantic coastline. Some tremendous rainfall extends all the way up into Boston, Massachusetts. This is absolutely a heavy rain event and potential flooding event from D.C. to Philadelphia, New York City, Boston, and surrounding suburbs This is the Thursday morning forecast map. Finally, it starts to move on to the north and east. This is early afternoon Thursday, and finally by Thursday evening up across eastern part of New England, the Mid-Atlantic region, in the clear by the latter part of the day on Thursday. And cooler air follows this system. In fact, it'll be quite cool during the storm itself in the I-95 corridor region tomorrow night. Temperatures mostly in the 70s during this event, even in the urban areas on Wednesday, with kind of a northeast flow, and the winds will pick up late in the day and especially tomorrow night into the day on Thursday. And certainly cool air for the beginning of September flows in behind it for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Highs generally confined to the 70s. Places like D.C., Philadelphia, New York City below normal for the first part of September. So a heavy rain and flooding event coming to the Mid-Atlantic region from Wednesday into early Thursday. Get ready for the potential of 2 to 4 inches of rainfall up and down the I-95 corridor region, maybe isolated 6-inch amounts, especially to the north and west of I-95, and the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms, especially to the south and east of I-95, places like southern New Jersey, Delmarva, eastern Maryland, and eastern Virginia. That's it for now. For ParatonWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.